English, Korean.
So with the new classroom, it's much better.
I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time.
One of my biggest lessons. Being a quitter is not always a bad thing. It does not just automatically make you a loser, kind of like how we're taught as kids. If something is not working out for you, it is no longer benefiting you, and you do not think sticking it through is going to be worth it, quit. And sometimes...
Oh, that is foundation on my thumb, not poo. If you're like, what is that brown stuff? Yeah, I promise you, it's definitely not poo. When I put on my foundation, I mix the colours on the back of my hand because I have a lighter colour and a darker colour. So I've not washed my hands yet because I've just finished getting ready. Oh, I remember actually, when I went for an eye test, I went to Specsavers a couple of weeks ago and I had to try out these new contact lenses, and the optician was there with me, and I was washing my hands because I was about to put in some new contact lenses, and as I washed my hands, all of this brown water just started coming off of my hands, and it was the foundation that I'd forgot to wash off of my hands, and the optician must have thought, oh my gosh, this girl is absolutely filthy, and I was so embarrassed. I almost nearly said, it's foundation, okay, it's nothing else, but I didn't bother. Anywho, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a lovely day whenever you're watching this. I usually would have a class right now because it's 9 minutes past 9, but my first class cancelled, so my next class is now at 9:30. It's a Monday, it's the 2nd of October, which is just crazy. I can't believe how quickly the months are going. Like, how are we in October now when we just had June like the other week? The year is just going so quickly. Before we know it, it's gonna be Christmas. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. It's not too early to mention the C word because, I mean, next month in November, maybe the 2nd week of November, I think I will put the Christmas tree up, as I usually try to, so it's not actually that far away. I'm just watching a podcast with a YouTuber called Becca. So the podcast is talking about how not everything works out and that's okay, and talking about failure and things like that, which is a very interesting topic, I think. I always find it so fascinating hearing about people's stories, and there's always so much to learn in our failures, aren't there? Like, all of the things that we do or that we decide not to do in the end, there are always just so many life lessons within that.
For something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you...
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, good. Happy Monday. N, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No worries. My favourite insect is a butterfly. Butterfly. What is your favourite insect?
Stag beetle.
Ah, okay. A type of beetle. I have a student and he has 2 stag beetles as a pet.
Wow.
Yes. It's my second and final coffee of the day. Needs a little bit more milk. 2 coffees a day I think is quite a reasonable amount. I could easily have like 4 in a day, but you know, I'm aware that it's not great for you to have a ton of caffeine. So I try to be reasonable. I usually get the barista milk, but they didn't have any when I went to Sainsbury's. They'd run out, so I got Oatly, which is another alternative. It's okay, not as good as the barista milk, but it's all right. But it always makes me laugh because they have random messages on their milk cartons. So like, this promotional text for oat drink might be more interesting if it actually said something about oat drink. It calls this the boring side. But very important. If this side bores you, please read no further. Flip the carton around and have a wonderful day. Otherwise, please do enjoy. I just love the creativity of this carton. I just think that is brilliant. Anyway, I was just making a coffee very quickly because I've got another class in like 15 minutes. Oh, my ringtone is on mute. Let's turn that on. Turn on. Next class is in 4 minutes. How did you travel?
I traveled with Daddy's car.
So there are so many languages that we can speak. What do you speak?
Chinese, English, Korean.
That's great that you speak so many languages. That's great. So I'm currently in a no-show. This class only started 7 minutes ago, so the student could turn up, but I highly doubt it because this student has missed so many lessons in a row. Like, if I had to guess, I would say potentially 25 lessons maybe. Like, it's a little bit ridiculous. Like, they keep booking lessons and then they just never turn up. It's really odd. Like, I understand obviously things happen, you know, last minute plans pop up and you can't always attend class, but why would you book a whole bunch of lessons for weeks and weeks and then just not turn up to any of them? Like, this student has not been to one lesson for months. If this student comes to this class, I will eat my own arm. Most of the time when I see them on my schedule, I just take it as a kind of break, just knowing that they're probably not going to come. So yeah. So once it gets to 20 minutes, usually you can just X out of the class if the student hasn't turned up by then. So like 10 minutes into the class basically. Waiting period has ended. You've earned your full late student pay. Sorry your student didn't show up. Please feel free to end the lesson. Goodbye. So with the new classroom, it's much better. It's actually the kind of classroom I used to have for the other company that I used to work with, Dada ABC, and I think it's probably the most common kind of classroom that you get with most online ESL teaching companies where you enter the classroom and then you wait for the student to come. Before, you would only be paid for the amount of time that you would teach. So it would mean if the student called you and they were 7 minutes late, then you wouldn't be paid for those 7 minutes. Whereas now, with the new classroom, it means that if the student is 7 minutes late or any amount of time, you will get paid for all of the time that you're waiting. Well, up until 10 minutes. For example, the class I had before now, she was 2 minutes late, so I got the full 2 minutes plus the rest of the class time. I got that pay. And then also my other student before that, he was like 8 minutes late, and it meant that I still got full pay for that whole class even though he was 8 minutes late. You can imagine that before you could lose quite a bit of pay if students are late, because it's quite a common thing for students to be late. And also it would mean if the class would disconnect and the internet was like playing up, or there was some sort of technical issue, you would obviously lose pay again for the minute or couple of minutes where you would not be in the classroom. Oh, I've got a call. No ID. You know when it's no caller ID and you're just like, who is that? What should I answer? Oh, I've missed it. I wonder who that was. I don't usually answer calls where I don't recognise the number. I don't know, I just find it a bit, I don't know, I'm weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's much better. This new classroom is so much better than the old classroom because it means that you get paid when the student is late or when the classroom is disconnecting because of internet issues. And yeah, it's so much better to be able to get paid for the time that the student is late rather than missing out on that, because it can add up quite a bit. So yeah, that student, as I said, I've not seen her in months. Actually, she is the student, funnily enough, who months ago, you know, when I put up that video where I was really upset and I was crying basically because I'd had a really tough day full of students who were just quite challenging, and she was my last student of the day, and it was like a cherry on top of the cake where I was just completely overwhelmed and just so exhausted. She was a student that was like screaming and shouting at me, and I just found it really like a lot. It makes me laugh seeing the thumbnail because it just looks so miserable. That vlog there where I just look like I have had enough. I've not actually seen her since that video, and that was, how many months ago was that? That was 5 months ago. Oh my gosh. So for 5 months, that student's mum has been booking classes all the time and not been turning up to them. That is really funny. I wonder if it's got anything to do with her meltdown. Like maybe her mum's feeling embarrassed and that's why she keeps on not turning up to classes. But then why does she keep booking more classes? I don't know. It's really strange.
Blinking, you were beautiful, just like a flower. I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles, and my feet would not get tired. Where you go, I'll go, winter or summer.
So it's quite a bit later on now. I have finished teaching, woohoo! And I'm just editing. Well, I say editing, I finished editing it now. I'm like uploading. It's a little bit of a scary video, must admit. So yeah, this video is taking ADHD medication for the first time. But yeah, it's kind of a scary video because it feels very vulnerable, and I just feel like, I don't know. Yeah, it does feel kind of vulnerable, but I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, I did always want to document my journey with ADHD and with trying medication and everything like that. I know that when I was in the process of getting diagnosed, I watched so many videos. I still watch so many videos to this day about ADHD and about people's experiences on medication, people's experiences in general, living life, and especially being diagnosed as an adult later in life. I got diagnosed when I was 30 years old. I'm now 31 years old. I just feel like it's always something that could maybe help maybe one person, I don't know. So yeah, hopefully it will just help someone. And it's good to document these things, you know. I've just got an Amazon package. This is what I've got in the box. Okay, I'm hoping this is going to be relatively easy to put together, because that was part of the reason I got this, because I'm not good at building things. I'm really bad at following instructions, so I needed it to be as simple as possible. It should be easy to do. Okay, so one of those. Okay. B, rubber pads. Where are the rubber pads? Oh, I think they're here. C, okay, that's over there. Paste the rubber pads on all the crossbars of both tiers. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, that was really easy. It took me about 2 minutes, which is great.
The warmth of your skin, just the touch of your hand makes me.
There we go. That looks so much better, because before I used to have products like everywhere, all around the bath, and it was just always so messy. So I think that does look a lot better than it did before. Ignore all of this bit in the corner. This is not actually properly fixed in, because a handy guy who's coming to fix this in properly, because I had like a leak, so that's not properly fitted as of yet. It's still loose, so that's why it's looking like that. But I might even move this more over this side, or I could leave it in the corner. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely does look so much tidier. It's just not as scattered. And then all of my other products that are like very bulky will go in the cupboard. Well, I've already put those away. And then these are just the ones that I use every day, you know, like my cleanser, my Femme Fresh, just everyday bits. I think it was like £22 for that little shelf, which isn't too bad. It's an all right price. And they also had it in black. And then they had this floral white and then like a floral black colour as well, which was nice. I was tempted to get the black because I thought, oh, the black is nice and sleek. But then I thought, well, my bathroom's white mostly, so I thought the black would kind of stand out a little bit more. So I thought the white was just blending in a lot nicer. So I got the white in the end. But I might potentially get a black one to put in the kitchen for like some of these bits. I can imagine one of those stands in black here in the corner, and I could just put some things on top. And then this is the one in black. The one in black is nice, isn't it? I do really like it. But it's a handy little shelf, isn't it? Like, you can store a good amount of things on it, but not too much. I'll give my nan a call. Oh, I changed my phone case. Never thought I would, because I obviously had that really cute Disney princess one on. Oh, I absolutely love Disney, obviously, so that was so me. I don't know, I just fancied a bit of a change. I just wanted something a little bit more neutral. But I was just in the mood for like a plain light pink, just something a little bit, you know, a bit more simple. I do like it. Also from Amazon. Everything I get is from Amazon. like everything.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, darling. Are you okay?
Hey, yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Went to Sainsbury's.
Ah, did you get anything nice?
No, I bought, the old that small chicken that I normally buy.
What are you having it with?
Just sprouts.
Sprouts?
Mm,
That's a random dinner.
I know. Yeah.
I don't love Brussels sprouts. Like, I'll eat them at Christmas, but they're not my favourite vegetable.
Aren't they?
No.
Your heart, keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out. You stop caring about it. Don't let your hair get in the way. Can't be defined by your mistakes. You know you try really hard, but sometimes you fall. Yeah, sometimes you fall. Sometimes you fall. Precious cargo, be careful with my heart.
Oh my god, this looks so good. A plate full of everything delicious. I'm so excited. I've got broccoli, tender stem, I've got mince meat, rice, some red onion, some perinade sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, and this avocado, which, can I just say, was absolutely perfect when I cut into it. You know when you cut into an avocado and it's either too ripe or it's not ripe at all? It's just the worst feeling ever. But this avocado, it was absolutely perfection. I'm gonna tuck into this, enjoy, and just chill out now just before I go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.